we're gonna take this all bronze squad and we're gonna turn it into an all 99 overall squad. Every extra base hit is an upgrade to our team. If we hit a home run, that player specifically gets upgraded. I also get 1 downgrade for every run I give up. For every game we win, we get 2 bonus upgrades, and every loss is 2 extra downgrades on top. Let's see how long it takes to go from bronze to 99 overall. 1 upgrade, of course, is 1 tier, common to bronze to silver to gold, but then the diamond is split into 3 tiers. We have 85 to 94 overall, 95 to 98 overall, and then once we're at 94 to 98 overall and we get an upgrade, we can pick whatever 99 we want. Let me show you how it works. Here's game number 1 with our all bronze squad. We gotta hit Satchel Paige, and we're gonna hit him pretty good. After, of course, we give up runs, because this first game is going to have a little bit of everything. We give up 2 early in this one. D. Gordon slaps a double down the line. Josh Donaldson, who has become the least popular Donaldson in baseball, scores our first run. So we're going to upgrade third base directly after this game. And then in the third, we only have 2 outs left to work with. Mike Zunino is going to hit a double the other way. There's an upgrade. Jock Peterson going to slice the gap the other way. There's an extra base hit. Another upgrade. This game is also now tied at 2, and then Kyle Schwarber walks it off. A nuke on a perfect wins the ball game. We take it 4-2. Now we had 2 home runs, 2 extra base hits, and we won the game. That's 6 upgrades, but we also gave up 2 runs. So that's 2 downgrades. Now we can use our upgrades to wash out our downgrades if we want, or we can downgrade 2 positions and then just use all 6 of our upgrades on other positions. After game 1, we're gonna use one of our upgrades to wash out one of those downgrades. We will take 1 downgrade in left field, putting Justin Upton out there in left. So now we have 5 upgrades to make. 1 downgrade and 1 wash has been completed. We're gonna go to silver at shortstop, second base, and first base, and we had to directly upgrade our home runs. That's gonna be Max Muncy at third, Ketel Marte at DH, replacing Josh Donaldson and Kyle Schwarber. Let's jump into game number 2. We're rolling now, baby. And I'm facing my favorite person in the world, Bob Gibson. At least the game is in Coors here. Jock Peterson with a perfect rope. Back up the middle, puts him on base. Justin Upton now, our common, with 2 outs later in the inning, gonna cash us in. We're gonna attempt the score here on the extra base hit. There's an upgrade. It's gonna be the first run of the game. Couple at bats later, Ellie De La Cruz with 2 outs. There's another extra base hit. That's gonna kick off the bottom of the wall. It'll score 2 more on the triple. 3-0 is the score now into the second, where our opponent is gonna start. I don't even know what the guy is getting all over the place. He's all over the place. That was just the beginning. So we get up in the scoring position on the error. We then rip one out to right. We'll have runners on the corners. Giancarlo Stanton gonna drive one in here on the RBI single. We'll go first to third with 1 out. We'll advance on the throw, but that's just a single there for Stanton. It's a 4-0 score now. 2 on, 1 out. Ketel Marte, that'll work as a sac fly. Does not hurt the batting average, or at least I thought. Got a pretty late jump there with the 33 speed. Almost got us. Tried to tag the back foot, but 5-0 now. Nonetheless, Nolan Arenado in the second. Gonna try and get our opponent going. A 5-run lead. He gets one in scoring position, but he ends up leaving him in scoring position. Does nothing afterwards, and we immediately punish Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot in the top of the third. So we're going to be upgrading first base at least after this game to go along with the extra base hits from the first inning of this one. But our opponent starts tacking on some downgrades. There's 1. Make it 2. RBI ground out there makes it 6-2. Later in the inning, he tacks on 1 more and he lines out to end the game. He kind of got hot there. Got pretty hot. We upgrade first base to Mark McGuire. We downgrade second base to Matt Duffy's bronze. We wash out our other downgrade with one of our upgrades. We use one of our upgrades on Eloy Jimenez in left. And last but not least, we bump up to silver behind the plate with Salvador Perez. Now, game number 3, he has supercharged Spencer Strider on the mound, and Ketel Marte goes up to his forehead, barrels it up and gets it out of here. A solo shot. We score 1 on the homer. almost got a little rally going, and then my opponent ended up quitting there after he didn't score in the bottom half. So our win is 2 upgrades, and we had to directly upgrade the home run for Ketel Marte. We bumped Ketel Marte up to a gold. We threw Joey Gallo in at DH, and our other 2 upgrades, we put the live series Bryce Harper in right field and the 78 overall Nolan Gorman at second base. Game number 4 now. It is Randy Johnson against the opener, Jose Alvarado. We have yet to lose here, playing with the bronze silver squad. Kind of hot though right out of the gate. Slow out of the gate in this one, despite our hot start on this run. We don't end up scoring until the 3rd inning of this one, but it was loud. Joey Gallo, goodbye, game over, walk off. Loud walk off homer. Joey Gallo, little excited around the bases. You don't see too much personality from Joey Gallo. He's kind of a lot like Trout. Look at him. So we bump up Joey Gallo at DH to a diamond. We're going to put Brad Miller there. Our 2 other upgrades, we're going to put Andrew Vaughn, the diamond, on first base, and we are going to bump third base up to the live series Austin Riley's gold at third, which happens to be supercharged. We're going to jump into game number 3, where Jock Peterson's going to hit a moonshot. So we can say goodbye to Jock Peterson after this one. And honestly, that's all that we would need, because after this 421-foot homer from Jock Peterson, he calls it quits. So we upgrade Jock Peterson post game, and then we have 2 more upgrades. We're going to get Nolan Gorman up to a gold. We'll put D Gordon in there. We're also going to put Brandon Nimmo in center field. So we're going to have a bronze there, and we are going to upgrade Jock Peterson to the silver Jake Fraley. And in the next game, Austin Riley's going to get a knock. Puts 2 runners on with nobody out for Brad Miller. All over that changeup, but not the best pitch to hit. And we end up popping up with Andrew Vaughn and squandering the entire inning as a rollover with D Gordon ends it. 3 straight soft bad swing outs with 2 on in the first. Is that a sign of things to come here? We give up runners, not throwing it to correct bases, but we are pitching our way through here. Ugly start to this 5th game. Ellie De La Cruz, always our spark plug. Can he do it again? There's our first upgrade of this game, and then a ground ball to third base. Amazing play right there. And we end up, of course, leaving Ellie De La Cruz at third base in that inning. Unreal play at third base. Can't really be mad at it. But we've had a lot of bad at-bats in this game at this point. Looking to make it a 1-inning ball game. We do exactly that. Brandon Nimmo comes up in the third with a perfect, but that just stays in the ballpark. It is an upgrade. It bounces off the wall. It'll be a choice upgrade, but it doesn't give us the lead. And later in the third, after he put a runner on intentionally to set up the double play, we give him exactly that. We gave him the double play. The good news is we did push it into extra innings. Ellie De La Cruz going to get his 2nd extra base hit of the game, drop one down the line for an RBI double, and then Jake Fraley's going to follow that up. His Cincinnati Reds teammate rips that down the line as well. 2-0 is the score now. Another upgrade on that Jake Fraley double, and then Bryce Harper deep out to left. Not quite going to leave the ballpark. That stays in. Just 2 runs, so our opponent had an opportunity to tie it. He got himself thrown out at third base, actually. Kind of an ugly inning for him. We hit 5 hits, 2 runs on that last game, a decent amount of upgrades, and we end up with this squad post game. Luis Robert is going to be an upgrade in center field. We're going to be putting Freddie Freeman at first base. Adam Duvall is going to go out to left. William Contreras is going to be an upgrade behind the plate at catcher. Now game 7 against Kevin Gosman's live series, who kind of gave me trouble in this one. We're going to jump immediately into extra innings because it took until the 4th inning. 2 outs, top 4, single up the middle with Luis Robert for us to score our first run of this game. And that's exactly how we end up winning it in this one. He does have that runner in scoring position to start things off, and he does move him over to third base. With 1 out, though, he's going to get a ground ball there to second base. Can't advance the runner from third, and then we're going to strike him out to end the ball game. We win it 1-0, an ugly one where we also had no extra base hits. So all we can do is take the 2 upgrades for the win. We're going to get our first diamond behind the plate. We're going to do Tyler Stevenson, and we're also going to have our first diamond in left field. We're going to do the World Baseball Classic, Juan Soto. We've also been shifting our lineup after each game, just mixing and matching based off of the new additions that are coming in. So we're using a totally different lineup in every single game. And in game number 8, looking to stay undefeated, might I add, we're trying to hit Nolan Ryan, and Kyle Tucker does not care that Nolan Ryan is an Astros legend. That ball was demolished. A solo shot, and he's off the team nearly as quickly as he joined it. That loud home run was our only offense in this one, though, our only hit. So with just the home run and the win, we're going to add Juan Soto in left, and Mookie Betts is going to be our middle diamond round upgrade for Kyle Tucker after that home run. And in Mookie Betts' debut game, we go down early, not 1 but 2. Juan Soto with a bomb to center field makes it a 2-run ball game, and thankfully that's all he got. Even though he hits a double here with 2 outs, we do end up working out of this inning. Randy Johnson kind of getting lit up for the first time on this run. Mookie Betts has his back, though. Mookie Betts with a bomb, just a nuclear missile out the left over the scoreboard and into the cornfield. Breaks up our scoring, gets us going. It's 2-1 now. Freddie Freeman going to get another upgrade. That's going to be a double into the gap. Deep one, hops off the wall with 1 out. And then Juan Soto with 2 outs does strand Freddie Freeman there. We almost went up and got that fastball, but we just missed it. So in the 3rd, we got to get things rolling. We are in danger of losing our first game. Trey Turner leading it off in the 9 hole. He's going to hit a double. That ball down the line gets him up in the scoring position, and then Mookie Betts in his debut game, 2 homers, including a walk-off, clears the scoreboard twice. Mookie Betts, that ball was gone. We were a little bit out in front on it, but he got the no-doubter to kick in. Like I said before the game, Mookie is a glitch. Anytime I can get my hands on Mookie Betts cards, I do, and that's exactly why. 2 homers in his debut game. We also had 2 doubles. So we get to upgrade Mookie Betts to a 99 overall. We also get 1 extra upgrade to go along with him. 2 upgrades for the extra base hits and 2 upgrades for the win. We had 2 downgrades as well. This is the team we end up with after all of our upgrades and downgrades. We have Nick Castellanos, 99 overall in right. We have the diamond Nolan Gorman at second base. Christian Encarnacion Strand is going to be at 3rd, and Austin Wells will be behind the plate. We are getting closer and closer to an all-diamond squad, and once again, Bob Gibson is on the mound. I underestimated how often I would see Bob Gibson still in these event formats. And of course, the second time we're facing Bob Gibson in this video, we are in Polo Grounds. I expect nothing less from a Bob Gibson hurler than to be at Polo Grounds. Christian Encarnacion Strand is going to force us to upgrade our diamond at 3rd base once again. He homers Oppo Polo style. Juan Soto then gets us another upgrade with a double into right. We move him up to 3rd base on that ground ball there. They intentionally walk Christian Walker to set up the double play. They don't need it because we're just going to go ahead and pop up there with Austin Wells for 2 outs, and we leave the runners on in that next at bat. After we squander that opportunity, Jazz Chisholm hits a homer to tie it up. So suddenly we find ourselves sweating. We are in extra innings here in the 4th. We roll over there to start things off, moves the runner up to 3rd. He then gives us an intentional walk, trying to set up that double play again, but we hammer that one through the infield for an RBI single with Juan Soto. And here's where things get wild. Joey Gallo in there. We're going to score from second base on a wild pitch, and then he picks it up and throws it away. We end up with a 2-run lead, runner on 3rd. They put another man on to set up the double play, and again, we hit it hard on the ground, this time right at a glove, playing right into exactly what he wanted, and we end up ending the inning with just that 2-run lead. 3-1 is the score, 3-1 is the final score, and we walk away from that one. That got a little bit dicey in Polo Grounds. Anytime I see Bob Gibson, I expect to sweat. We still have yet to lose. For my downgrade, we are going to go from Luis Arias down to the diamond Nolan Gorman. So that diamond's going to come down. We're going to upgrade Christian Encarnacion Strand to Aiden Miller. We upgraded Trey Turner to the team captain Corey Seager. We're going to upgrade the Christian Walker to Shohei Ohtani. We're going to upgrade Joey Gallo to the live series Mike Trout. We also have the Nick Castellanos still out there in right field. He was the upgrade for Mookie Betts from the mid-tier diamond last round. He's going to get going here. Lineups looking nasty. Can we keep ourselves undefeated against Fernando Valenzuela? The Southpaws are facing off, and Joe Mauer is going to go lefty oppo off Randy Johnson there, and our opponent was not done seeing Randy well. This is Randy's second straight game where he's getting just torched. 2 home runs here in the first, so we go down early once again. We've been here before though. Hard ground ball right side, can't make the play at first base, so we have good speed on here to start the inning. And then we hit a ground ball to third. Nick Castellanos is going to beat it out. He tried to go around the horn, but he got a bad throw, and then he didn't get it to first base in time. We follow that up with a Freddie Freeman single, and the bases are loaded. We almost have the line out double play, and then we hit the hard ground ball to first. He throws it away. He throws it into left field. We score 1 on the ground ball. We score another on the error. And then we're going to poke one down the line with Mike Trout for a double. That would have scored at least 2, but he quit. So just like that, it got sweaty fast. And before you know it, it was over. We got the W. Mike Trout gets the rage quit. We win at 3-2 technically, but there was more runs coming around. We're going to count that Mike Trout double as one of our upgrades. We use our upgrades to wash out our downgrades, and then we're going to put Mike Napoli, Porterhouse, behind the plate, and Bo Bichette's charisma card at shortstop. We are knocking on the door of an all 99 team without a loss. The new quest at this point was to get it done without a loss. We're gonna have to get this one done against John Donaldson, and we get the first run of the game with Shohei Ohtani on a solo shot out the right. Our opponent has pulled us out to Ship-It Stadium. Nick Castellanos with a perfect out the left. There's a 1-out single. Brings up Freddie Freeman, lefty. It's a deep fly ball to left, but that does not quite have enough. The Ship-It specials don't come the way they used to. Mike Napoli doesn't need Ship-It specials. A 2-run nuke, a no-doubter, I should say. 3-0 is the score. And that's the score that we will take into the bottom of the first, where our opponent is going to fly out with Randy to end the inning. We're going to take that 3-0 score into the second inning, where with 2 outs, we're going to rip one down the line with Mike Trout. We're going to go first to third. That's going to be an upgrade there on the extra base hit. And then with 2 outs, Shohei Ohtani takes a pitch down. Thought about going there. I was hoping for the wild pitch. We've had good luck with wild pitches, and we end up getting gassed up there on the sinker. This is not a good swing. Immediately after leaving runners in scoring position, Ronald Acuna gets us for a solo shot. His Mike Napoli comes up and hits a solo shot. So Mike Napoli is now homered for both teams in this game. That was a moonshot. 3-2 is the score. And 3-2 is the score going into the third. So it's a 1-inning ball game with a 1-run lead, making a 2-run lead. Freddie Freeman, no doubter, perfect, lefty crime. 101 off the bat, 416 total distance for Frederick. Corbin Carroll in there in the bottom of the third with 1 out. He's going to get one back here. Solo shot to center. I could not time up a robbed homer to save my life. Then with 1 out in an 0-2 count, Chipper Jones, base hit out to left center. He can now win it with 1 swing, but he will not. And pay attention to what this man does. So he comes off the bag. He tries to play around with me on the bases, but he just gets himself out. Come on, man. Got to show me a little bit more respect than that. A 4-3 W. 6 hits apiece. We had a double with Mike Trout, Mike Napoli, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, all hit home runs. So we're going to get to go up to a 99 overall at first base. We're going to plug, I believe, Vladimir Guerrero. No, we're going to do Lou Gehrig at first. We're going to put Lou Gehrig in there at first base. And then behind the plate, we're going to bump up to the 99 overall Will Smith. And we're going to go ahead and put the 99 future star shortstop Ellie De La Cruz in there for Bo Bichette. So we have our 99 overall shortstop, DH, right fielder, first baseman, catcher. We are working on the rest of the squad. We have yet to lose a game, and we are going to be the home squad. We don't give up any runs in the top of the first, and then in the bottom of the first, kind of have a ground ball issue. Not getting any flight on the ball. We don't do anything after getting a 0 in the top half, and that's a kiss of death for me. If you get a 0 in the top of the first in a 3-inning game, you got to pummel him early. We don't get anything in the bottom of the first, and then he comes back up top 2, hits a couple solo shots. Not a couple, actually. I'm sorry. He hits 3 solo shots off Randy Johnson. 1, 2, 3 is the score. Hit that one pretty well too. Goose Gossett's just getting tattooed out of the bullpen here. Still nobody out in the second inning. Lou Gehrig's going to make the play. So how will we answer this? Will Smith, first game on the squad. That ball's crushed and gone. Our first hit is a homer off Mr. Donaldson. Then Juan Soto comes up. We were late there on that fastball. We seen it well, but we were behind it. 1 home run on the inning wasn't enough. Corbin Carroll immediately gets it back. It's a 4-run game. Then he's going to go oppo with Vladdy Jr. A 5-1 game. Not looking good. Lou Gehrig here on the pop-up, a chance to end the inning. He's going to drop the pop-up. And what does he do? Hits a 2-run shot with Brandon Drury. So now we are down by 6. It is 7-1. We haven't lost a single. At this point, we were streaming for 4 hours. We had been playing this event for 4 hours without a loss. But I wanted to work my way back. No loss was acceptable. We score 1 to get it started. Then we get a runner on first, and Ellie De La Cruz is going to hit a 2-run oppo blast. Ohtani up later in the inning. 7-5 now is the score. 3 homers on the inning. 4 runs have crossed the plate. Nick Castellanos, I got jammed. I was looking for the fastball in there with Nick. That one ran in a little bit too far, and I chased it. And that swing with Nick Castellanos ended up tilting me back off of my game. We were locked in until that swing. But GG's to my opponent. There's our first loss of the entire video. We do hit 4 homers in the game. Our opponent just tore us up. And now post game, we have just 199 left in our lineup. It's the 99 overall Freddie Freeman. The rest of the team has come down a good bit. Mookie Betts is back. Porterhouse is back. Marcus Semien is at second. Christian Encarnacion Strand is back over at third base. We have Christian Yelich out and left. And we're in Costco. An opportunity to get some upgrade backs on the road in Costco. Mike Trout hits an opposite field home run, and then Christian Yelich hits a perfect line out to center. Mookie Betts comes up with 1 out. He's going to fly out to the warning track. And then Freddie Freeman with 2 outs. He's going to get a base hit to center. Singles don't do anything for us, but a home run would have been 2 runs. Porterhouse comes up, ground ball to shortstop. Hit that pretty hard. Didn't do enough damage, though. We get just the 1 run. And then our opponent comes up in the bottom of the first. The home team here at Costco. What's he got? 2 outs on the inning, and he pops it up. So we win the first, and we come out swinging in the second. Juan Soto with a solo shot deep out to center. You do not have to hit the ball hard to get it to go here. We get 2 in the first 2 innings at Costco, and that's honestly kind of disappointing. Aaron Judge gets one back for our opponent in the bottom of the second inning, makes it a 2-1 ball game. Christian Yelich in the top of the third. We've now scored 1 in each frame. Yelich was aiming for the sign on the top of the house out there. 3-1, 446 off the bat of Yelich. Bottom 3 with a 2-run lead here in Costco. Can we hold it? Derek Jeter pops up first at bat. Jock Peterson now, ground ball, base hit, sneaks through. Next man up, Jose Ramirez, ground ball, base hit, sneaks through. Then we get a strikeout. Luis Arias is going to walk. And Aaron Judge comes up with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Now I can't find the zone. We got ahead of Aaron Judge here, and then all of a sudden I just couldn't find a spot. And that's not ever a good sign. We end up walking in a run to Aaron Judge, and then Adley Rutschman comes up and walks it off. Back-to-back losses. We won 12 consecutive games and then lost 2 in a row. 6 runs against. Our team has come down even more. I did take this opportunity though to use our upgrades and just let our downgrades be what they are. We're down to, you know, the first wave of diamonds at a lot of positions now. We're using Kevin Biggio at second base. Mookie Betts is back on the squad though, and he's back hitting homers. An opposite field blast for Mookie Betts. Corey Seager now in there. First tier diamond, team captain Corey Seager hits a home run. 2-0 lead. Brandon Lau's going to get one back for my opponent in the bottom of the second, makes it 2-1. Devers is going to come up top 3. That ball is going to be off the wall. It's off the wall. It's going to bounce away from the right fielder, brings it around, makes it 3-1, and then Luke Voigt hits a tank. Using the player of the month, Luke Voigt at first base. He gives us a 5-run lead. So we had a 4-run cushion going into the third where we give up a solo shot, and then Corey Seager makes an amazing play, one of the best double plays you'll ever see, and it was to end the game. We had a double with Devers, 3 home runs, a 5-2 win. So we have a handful of upgrades to make. Directly upgrading right field, shortstop, and first base. We're going to go with Bryce Harper, Carlos Santana, and Jeremy Pena. We're also going to put Michael Harris out in center field. We're going to get Porterhouse back behind the plate. We're going to keep rocking with Kevin Biggio at second base. And we're going to jump into game number 16, where we have to hit Kyle Wright and the Cambridge Cubbies. The Cambridge Cubbies. Going to be the home team at Shields Woods Park, and Bryce Harper's going to rip one down the line in the first inning. Runner on first base with 1 out. That's going to be an RBI double for Bryce Harper. First base for Bryce Harper. Playing right field for us, but that's first base for Bryce Harper. Carlos Santana, former Bryce Harper teammate, is going to come up. He's going to hit an RBI double as well. Makes it a 2-0 ball game. And then Jeremy Pena is going to tattoo this ball out to center. That's going to be a single, so no upgrade, but it gives us a 3-run lead. Michael Harris then comes up, flies out to left. That'll do it for the inning. We were not done. Our opponent got nothing in the top of the second, and we immediately come out hitting in the bottom of the second. Mike Napoli hits a double to right center field, and then Shohei Ohtani gets underneath that fastball. Won't hurt the batting average. It'll be a sacrifice fly out to left. The 65 speed got a really bad jump out to left. That, in fact, will hurt the batting average because we didn't beat it out. 3-0 lead, though, is all we will need to win the game. No downgrades, a bunch of upgrades, handful of doubles. Bryce Harper and Carlos Santana both had extra base hits. We get 2 upgrades for the win. We're going to bump up Rafael Devers to first tier diamond. We're going to go with Patrick Wisdom. We're going to bump Kevin Biggio up to the Marcus Semien at second base, who we've used before. We're going to bump center field up to the 99 Jock Peterson. We're going to put Vlad Jr. back at first base and Ellie De La Cruz back at shortstop. We have an opportunity to fill this squad out now. One big game and we will be all 99s. We get a base hit to start things off, and then Vlad Jr. is going to rip the gap. Gives us second and third with 1 out, so there's our first upgrade of the game. And then we're going to get our first run of the game. Very next at bat, Bryce Harper. That will be a sacrifice fly. We get home in time, makes it 1-0. Mike Napoli then comes up, pops it up the right field, and that will be caught. Not going to have a Lou Gehrig situation. Just 1 run to show for our team here so far. An opportunity to fill out the squad with 99s, and we wait until the third to get another extra base hit. Vlad Jr. with his second double of the game. He has ripped both gaps in this one. It's 2-0 now. Both RBIs going to Vlad. Bryce Harper then tries to follow it up with some loud contact, but he can't get it through the infield. 2-0 is the score. 2-0 is the final score, and we win this ball game. Another shutout. Back-to-back shutouts. So that's it. We have 3 upgrades post-game. We're going to go Will Smith behind the plate. We're then going to use the rest of our upgrades at third base. We're going to go Chipper Jones, max out third base, and we officially have a full squad of 99s. Can we get a win with the full squad of 99s? Jock Peterson hits a moonshot, lefty immediately. Randy then comes up in an 0-1 count. There's a base hit out the center field. Ellie De La Cruz, runner on first, 2 outs. There's a ground ball base hit up the middle. 2 on now with 2 outs, and Chipper Jones will do it. Perfect, loud contact. That baseball gets up and way gone. Our opponent then comes up bottom one and does absolutely nothing, and he rage quits. So we get the 4-0 rage quit dub with the 99 overall squad. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you are new. We went 16-2 overall. It took me exactly 5 hours to complete this, and I am just 2 wins away from Francisco Lindor.
I could really use a change of scenery. Yeah. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Close the match 'cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly.